welcome to, what are we doing? Off the Hook. Hey y'all, it's Pam here with BeeCreative Crafts and welcome. And who do we have in the chat? Mr. Rudy was here earlier. He had commented on a video or he posted something the other day and he just wanted to let everybody know that it's not a typo, which I had already read his comments, so I knew that. So, hey, Miss Bridget, welcome in. How are you tonight? Whew. So, y'all, can y'all believe it is already the end of July? This is our last live for July, so tonight will be the last night for the Suzette Thicket Stitch. Starting in August. Oh, goodness, August. What? So starting in August, we are going to be doing the rice stitch. So the rice stitch is another, creates another dense fabric, kind of like basket weave, because it's a series of front and back posts. So those that are working along with the blanket, for August section, I will be going back up to my 6.5 millimeter, which is my K hook. So yeah. Hello, Miss Diane. Rudy says, how many television series has 75 million viewers and 98 million viewers? I do not know. I did read your thing, but I'm not sure the answer. Rudy said, how was I in 75 and 98? I was alive in both of those years, and I guess I was good. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Miss Darcia, hello, hello. But yes, so I do have a tutorial for the rice stitch, and I have it linked in the description box below. I also have a tutorial for the Suzette Stitch, so it is also linked below. And so, yeah. So, y'all, we went to Gatlinburg over the weekend. Hey, Diane. And I met up with Miss Granny D and her family. My bestie Summer went with me, and we had a great time. And I can't remember if it was last week that we were talking about seeing bear. And I've never, in all the years that we've been going to Gatlinburg, I'd never seen a bear like live out in nature. And so, hey, Nancy. Yeah, Nancy said she's going to be lurking. She's not feeling well tonight, so get well soon. But I'd never actually seen a bear live out in nature. And I've always wanted to see one. Y'all be careful what you wish for. I wanted to see a bear from the comforts of my vehicle, the safety of my vehicle. Like I wanted to be in my vehicle and I wanted Mr. Bear to be over in the woods, maybe like climbing a tree, doing what bears do. But Mr. Bear, we saw Mr. Bear on the day we decided to take public transportation. We took the trolley system, or we took the trolley everywhere we went in Gatlinburg, and we walked like to the trolley stops and stuff. So we had just walked out of the spinnery, and we were heading down to a restaurant, and the bear, we could see the bear from inside the spinnery walking across the parking lot. And then when we went outside, apparently he had gone down the hill and decided that he wanted to stop and play with a branch right beside the restaurant, right where we were getting ready to be walking. But there were some really nice ladies in the spinnery who had offered to give us a ride if we needed one. They didn't realize we were just staying right in that general area. And then Granny D's family had offered to give us a ride. But by the time it was time to head down to the restaurant, a police officer had come and turned on the siren and was like, boop, boop, and got little Mr. Bear back over to the woods where he belonged. And so we were able to walk down to the restaurant. So let me scroll back up here and see who I have missed coming in. Let's see. Rudy said his birthday is in a couple of weeks. That's right. Hi, Tammy. Welcome in. Rudy says, can we upload a birthday live? You can do a live on your birthday if you would like. That is up to you. And what you can do with your channel. Let's see. Everybody's saying, Darcia says she saw the video, right? Okay, come here, Tiny. Tiny has been up here in he's been right up here all day or all evening. I've been trying to get stuff done, and he keeps popping up in the way. Rudy says, "Do you like make believe?" Sometimes. Hello, Miss Lisa. Welcome in. Okay, go, little dude. Okay. And Darcia said, "Granny D seen one too." She did, yes. And see, she by the time they came out, because I'd met her at this, we met up at the spinnery, and she was still paying for all her stuff. So by the time they came out from the spinnery, the police officer had already ran the bear off. So she didn't see the bear outside of there. But they went to a little shopping center, or like in downtown Gatlinburg, and they were shopping, and there was like a bear just walking like amongst all the shops and stuff. So yeah, so she's got a good video on her channel of a bear. That one was really up close and personal. She said that when they shoot it off, it went really close to her. Zach says, "Hey, whoop, got fur from Tiny. He's got a blister on the back of his foot, and his sock got stuck to it, and it pulled, and man, that hurt." Oh, yeah. Get your Band-Aid, cover up the blister. That'll help. Or if you don't have to wear shoes. But I know if you have to go out and go to work, you got to wear shoes. Put your Band-Aid on it. So, yeah. All right, y'all. So, what I'm going to do tonight, I was going to show you how you can take, and I know we've been doing this, we've been touching on this with the blanket by mixing stitches, but I was going to show you how y'all don't be afraid to try to mix these stitches up as we're learning them. So tonight, I thought what I would do is I would take the Suzette Stitch, show everybody how to do it, and then after we do several rows of that, I'm going to switch it off and do a couple of rows of the Iris stitch just to show you that you can mix and match stitches. Zach said, "Today I had to work a 10-hour day." Me too. 10-hour days stink. However, I work 4 10-hour days in a row. So then I have a 3-day weekend, which does not stink. 3-day weekends are nice. But 4 10-hour days, but the payoff of getting to have a 3-day weekend, I really enjoy it. Hey, Miss Angel, welcome in. So the main thing when you're working multiple stitches is to make sure that your stitch count is going to be compatible. So for the Suzette stitch, it just needs to be an odd multiple. Now for the Iris stitch, it needs to be a multiple of 4 plus 3, which is also going to give us an odd multiple or an odd number, but we just need to make sure that we start out with the multiple of 4 and then add 3 to it so we can make our project as wide as we want. So I was kind of thinking maybe 24, then add our 3, so that gives us 27. So when I do my starting chain, I'm going to do a chain of 20, probably 29, and then do a half double crochet foundation row and then get started. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's my plan anyway. So, alrighty, let me grab my hook. Well, first let me show y'all what Tiny's fur is still floating around here. Okay, so I'm going to be using this yarn that I started with the other day and then ended up not using, which is this Yarn Bee Stitch 101 50/50. So it's 50 acetate, 50 modal. It is a 3 weight, I do believe. Nope, it says it's a 4. It's a very thin 4. But so this is what I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be using my eye hook, which is a 5.5. Yes, 5.5 millimeter, I do believe. That's what I'm going to be using. And Darcia says hello to all the lurkers. Yes, hello, lurkers. We'll go ahead and play that lurker video. This is for everybody that's lurking in the bushes. I appreciate you. Angel said she enjoyed my visit with Granny D and the bear. And I have some other pictures with Granny D. But I met her daughters and her granddaughters and her brother, and they were all super sweet. And we did go out to eat at that restaurant, and they actually opened a little bit late, so the restaurant did. But yeah, it was a nice visit. Okay, so let me flip my camera so y'all can see what I'm doing. Maybe. There it goes. And there we go. Make sure I got my little... I can zoom us down a little bit if I need to. And let's turn off autofocus. I found that if I turn off the autofocus, once it focuses in, then it doesn't do that constant jumping. So I just have to remember that when I show something, it's not going to focus it in. But this is the yarn I'm going to be using. The Yarn Bee Stitch 101 50/50. The color of this one is called Candy. It's this really pretty pinky color. I did pick this up on clearance. Y'all know I like them bright orange stickers. So I want to say I picked this one up probably 2 years ago on clearance. I don't think I got it at the last one. It could have been, but I think it was 2 years ago. So, all right. So we need our stitch count to be a multiple of 4 plus 3. So we're going to do 24 plus 3, which is going to be 27. Then I'm going to do chain 2 for a turning chain, just so that my first row will be have a nice corner. Darcia said, I know you said you're not a snack. I did. Mr. Bear looked at me and I was like, nuh-uh. I did. I told him I was not a snack. Okay, so there's 10. There's 20. And 29. Okay. And y'all, we did see another bear too. We saw another bear later that night. Hold on. Let me turn the camera back up. Turn the camera back. Hold on. So when we were walking back to the hotel, so after we left meeting up with Granny D, we went back to the hotel room and dropped off all of our goodies that we picked up at the spinnery, which I do have a spinnery haul. Members, y'all can see that video now. It went live before. It went live for members before I went live. I think it went live like 7:30. Everybody else will be able to see it on What's in the Box Wednesday, which I named this one What's in the Bag Wednesday. But you'll be able to see what I picked up. But anyway, so I took all my goodies back to the hotel room. And then we hopped back on the trolley. And the main trolley hub in Gatlinburg, if anybody's familiar with Gatlinburg or if you've never been there, you can ride the trolley system in Gatlinburg for free. And it will take you all over Gatlinburg. They have several different lines. Tiny, you can't be up here, dude. Come on. They have several different lines. And it'll take you like from the aquarium this way. He is shedding like crazy, y'all. So you can get on it, it'll take you from the aquarium, then this way, and then another line will take you to the aquarium up to the Arts and Crafts Center. And then there's another one that'll take you over to the Welcome Center where you can hop on the trolley that takes you over to Pigeon Forge. But anyway, there's all different trolleys that you can take. But they all go to the aquarium. So that's like the main hub in Gatlinburg. So we rode back over there and decided we were going to walk back. And we went to several different, to decide what we wanted to do for lunch or for supper. And so we went to eat. And then on the way back, we found this little, our waiter at supper was telling us about 2 different places where we could go sing karaoke. And when I say we, I mean me, because Summer, she doesn't sing. She can sing, but she doesn't sing. She doesn't like to sing in public. So anyway, so when we left, by the time we got done at the karaoke place, it was dark. And we had missed the last trolley of the night, so we had to walk, which it really wasn't far because we were almost back to our hotel. It was a little further than I wanted to walk in the darkness. But I mean, we had the lights of the main strip of Gatlinburg. But our hotel was like 2 blocks off of the main strip. We were staying right beside Ober-Gatlinburg, so I don't know if y'all know where that's at, but like the big tram that takes you up the mountain to Ober-Gatlinburg, we were staying right beside that. We were right there. So we walked down. When we got to the light where Ober-Gatlinburg was, we walked down to where we needed to cross over. They call it the river, like the lodge on the river. But to me, it looks more like a creek. I don't know what the name of it is, but it looks like a creek. But anyway, it runs down beside Ober-Gatlinburg, and then it goes underneath the road anyway. And as we're at the four-way getting ready to walk across to where our hotel was, we met a guy walking back towards us with a flashlight, and he's like, "Where's your hotel?" And we're like, "Right there." He's like, "Don't go down there. There's a bear. It's the biggest bear I've ever seen." And I was like, "But we're walking and our hotel's right there." But anyway, but he said a police officer had also come down and scared that bear away. So we went, so he walked back down with us because I was using the flashlight on my phone and he had like a really bright flashlight. So we walked down and he shined it across the parking lot, which luckily it was across the road and across the parking lot. But when it's dark and I couldn't see it because it was a black bear and it was like in the shadows, and he turned his flashlight and it hit the bear's eyes and you could see the bear's eyes shine. I turned and looked at Summer and I was like, "Walk really, really fast. Do not stop. Walk, walk, walk." So we booked it across that bridge and got into our hotel room. Yeah. So, okay. Now I'll turn my camera back around again. But yeah. So I like seeing a bear from the car, not in the darkness of night where I can't see. Because, I mean, I knew there was one bear there, but it was so dark. There could have been 3 bears or 4 bears or, there could have been more than one. So, yeah. Karen said, Lake Tahoe are having a few bears and babies in the lake with the hot water, and people are getting too close, taking pictures, not too smart. Lisa says, glad everyone had a good time. Yes, we did. And you are so right, Karen. I mean, people were having to tell other people to not, they were telling people to get away from the bear. I mean, these are not, they're not tame. They're wild animals. Stay away from the bears. So, like I said in our video, we stayed away from the bear. We used zoom on the camera. And yeah, there was no walking up, touching the bear. No, We gave the bear, Mr. Bear, his space. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip these first 2 stitches, and I'm going to go into the 3rd stitch here, and then I'm just going to work a half double crochet all the way across in each stitch to give me a nice little foundation row. And if I counted correctly, I should have 27 stitches when I am done. Now, if you are not familiar with the half double crochet, I do have a tutorial for that. But for the half double, you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over again, draw up a loop. So you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. And that is a half double. Karen says, and when there's babies, they're not. Yes, if there are babies, the mamas are like, stay away from my babies, and can be very aggressive. You are very correct. The bear we saw looked to be a juvenile bear, which is, he's young, not a baby, but not full grown either, but still a bear. And yeah, I still wanted to see him from a distance and not up close and personal. And I definitely did not want to be eating supper or lunch with him. So, yep. But there were people, we heard there was another bear sighting on the other end of Gatlinburg when we were riding the trolley. And some people got on and said that if there was a news story later that night of 2 women getting mauled, and no, he wasn't talking about us. But he said there was a bear like on the main strip in Gatlinburg, and they were trying to, the I guess the police or whoever were getting ready to come to run it off, and there were 2 women chasing the bear, trying to get selfies with it, and people were having to tell them not to chase the bear because it's a bear. I mean, people, seriously, it's a bear. Do not chase the bear. Do not try to take a selfie with the bear. Do not get up close and personal with the bear. Give the bear his space. And yeah, some people just don't have common sense. Hey, Chris K, welcome in. Darcia says, don't feed them. Exactly. Do not feed the bears. All right, so I did not count these. So you know what? We're just going to hope that I got it right, and we'll find out here in just a minute when I start going down the other way. All right, so we are going to chain 1 and turn in this first stitch here. Now, one thing about the Suzette Stitch, which is also called Thicket Stitch, is it is a 1-row repeat, which is fantastic. Okay, so in this first stitch here, we're going to work a single crochet and a double crochet all in the same stitch. Then we're going to skip a stitch and then work single and a double. Yeah, am I skipping 1 or am I skipping 2? Hey, Niecy. She said, we had someone try to get a selfie with a bison. The bison objected and the person almost didn't get to tell about it. Right? Crazy. Yeah. She says, like Jeff Foxworthy, here's your sign. Niecy says, and hello to all in the chat. I know, I just don't understand people. Y'all, I'm having a moment. Am I skipping 1 or should I skip 2? It's skip 1, right? Skip 1, single and a double. Hold on. I've done confused myself because I was looking at my other stitch book, or looking at my, yeah, it's skip 1. Oh my goodness. Hey, Katie. Let's see. And Zach says, Denise, I'm liking the new channel name. Let me see. I'm just catching up here. Niecy says to Zach, I just added a word and changed the banner. Not much of a change, but he noticed. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I just had a brain fart. And I'm like, it is skip 1, right? Yeah, skip 1. And then in the next, do a single and a double. Whew, it's been a long day. Zach said, but it's still a change. Exactly. But yeah, it's pretty sad that they have to that you have to remind people that they're wild animals. Karen says, like people taking a picture on a selfie on a cliff and don't. I know, it's terrible. I mean, you need to be aware of your surroundings. Niecy says, Darcia, you saw that story on your news. Law, Montana made the news national. I know, right? Hold on, let me see. Darcia says she saw she saw that on the news about the bison. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny because, I mean, people, hello, they're wild animals. I mean, I don't know. Even here, I mean, I leave the deer alone. I mean, of course, they generally will run. They won't hang out, but, if they did, but still, they're wild animals. They could kick you or Karen said it's the younger people doing dumb stuff. I don't even know if it's necessarily all the younger people. I don't know how old the women were that were chasing the bear trying to get a selfie. Although a friend of mine that I work with, his wife wanted to get a picture of an alligator. Yes, y'all heard me right, an alligator. And she was calling it like a cat, trying to get a picture of it. Her husband's like, "What are you doing? It's an alligator." She's like, "But it's just a little alligator. A little alligator still has sharp teeth that can bite your hand off." When you get down to the last two in that last stitch, work a single crochet. Then you chain one and turn. And then here is your repeat. Same as what you just did in that first stitch, you're going to work a single and a double. Skip a stitch, so you're skipping the stitch that you're double crochet. I keep scooching over y'all. So you skip a stitch that you're double and go work into your single. And in that single, you're going to work a single and a double. Then you will skip a stitch and then work single and double. And you'll do that all the way across. And the Suzette Stitch here makes a lovely textured fabric. Hang on just a second, y'all. Tiny over there licking himself, y'all. Oh, I don't have anything to toss at him. He went up high, so I can't reach him. Now he's giving me the look. I smacked my desk. He's like, "What are you doing?" Oh, let me scroll back up. Let's see here. Karen says, "Go to the zoo. It's safer." I know, right? And there are so many places, like especially in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge area. I mean, there are places that you can go to actually see bear if you want to. You know, that's safe. But Zach says, older people do dumb stuff too. He saw a 60-year-old on the news because he chased a bull. Let's see. And Niecy said, "Yep, they had someone trying to take a picture with a male bull moose, and that didn't turn out well either." Oh my goodness. No, and a moose, their racks are freaking huge. There is no way. Nope. Hey, Paula, welcome in. Zach said, "Well, this was a while ago, but not sure how long." Paula's asking how everybody's doing. I'm doing pretty good. And Paula has been a member for 9 months. Yay! Thanks, Miss Paula. Karen says, "Well, I'm 65 and I know better." Hey, Noe, welcome in. All right, y'all. So we're skipping a stitch, and then the next one, single and a double, all the way across. And you're working that single and double in the same stitch. Like I said, we're going to do several rows of this. And then if you wanted to make this into a blanket or a wrap, you can just make it wider. I am going to add the iris stitch at the end just to see how these two stitches work together. So this is kind of like my little test swatch. And if I like the way it looks, then I might make a wrap with it. And Paula says she is 61. Zach says, "I'm 30 and I know better not to go near stuff that's going to hurt me." Exactly. I mean, anything that's a wild animal, like, I'm going to stay away from it. I'm going to stay away from snakes, if at all possible. I'm going to stay away from spiders. I'm going to stay away from possums and raccoons. And, I'm going to stay away from all of it. That's what it's looking like. So you get this nice little texture. As it gets a little bit bigger, let me grab this one. This is the washcloth we did last week, so y'all can really see the texture in it. Makes a really nice washcloth. But it also makes nice clothing. It's good for sweaters. You can use it for blankets, scarves. Karen says, they don't bother me and I won't bother them. Exactly. Paula says, I won't look at them and then walk the other way. That's, I like to see them out in nature. Well, not snakes, but I like to see the animals, but I like to just give them their space and let them do their thing. And Miss Nancy has also been a member for 9 months. She said, loving all the new stitches that I'm teaching. Oh, thanks, Miss Nancy. There come the ads. I do have those set to run every 30 minutes. That is the maximum amount of time or space between them that I can give. I'm glad that they're working properly. I heard some people saying the other day that they were messing up on their channels and they were just popping in ads left and right. They wanted them every 30 minutes and some people were getting them every 5 minutes. And so I'm glad to know mine are working correctly. Mine should run every 30 minutes. And they should just be nice little short ads that you can just click off of pretty quickly. Now he says, I want to cuddle a bear. That's going to be my demise. He did look cuddly, but he was also rather large. My thing was, so that's what my friend said. She's like, but he just looks so soft and cuddly. Yeah. This was before we actually saw one live and in person. My thing was, if we were walking and one came up behind me and nudged my hand, if I wasn't looking or paying attention, I would probably pet it like a dog, because the dogs at work and stuff do that. Like if I'm walking and he just comes up and touches the back of my hand, then I'll just rub behind his ears and be like, hi, how are you? And then turn around and be like, oh, you're a bear. Niecy said she had that issue with her ads. Some people were getting ads after watching one several times. I hope they fix that glitch. I hope so too. And Darcia said she let it run. Oh, well, thank you, Darcia. I appreciate that. Yep, letting the ads run for a little bit helps out my channel, and I do appreciate it. If you don't like watching the ads and you want to click skip, I am cool with that too. Karen says, my brother has coyotes and he just scares them off. Other people were trying to kill them. My brother went out there and told them, if they're not killing your animals, stop killing them. I have coyotes around my house too. They cleared off a lot of the woods around my house, so I don't hear them as often. But they don't usually come up and bother anything of mine, so I leave them alone too. Niecy says, hi, Nancy. For whatever reason, I can't tag you. She is probably watching on TV or listening on her phone, maybe. She's not feeling well this evening. I don't know why it's not letting you tag her, unless she's watching on one device and then it turned her off on her phone. But hey, Nancy from Miss Niecy. You can't see. I was waving for you. Let's see. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. Zach's saying I should see what my dad wants. Yes, you should, Zach. Paula says, I have a bear that comes around once. Whoo, there we go. It jumped. I'm going to say, does that say I wouldn't touch a bear at all? She says they come too close and then they just walk by her house. That's just, I don't know. It's pretty cool. Karen says, when I go, I love to hear them cry late at night when they're out. There you go. Yep, Nancy's on her phone but watching on TV. See, and that's what mine does. I know if people try to tag me, a lot of times if I'm watching on my TV, it won't show that I'm there, but I'm there. So then every now and again, I'll pick up my phone and I'll have to like turn it back on and type in a message. Niecy says, hugs, Nancy. Hope you get to feeling better fast. Noe says there's a fox sanctuary in Minnesota that has a coyote that gets excited like a puppy and loves the pets. Oh, that's sweet. We have an elephant sanctuary in the next county over, but it's not open to the public. So I think like ever so often they'll have like a volunteer event and get people to come help like clean fence rows and that kind of stuff. But you can't see the elephants. They are protected and they are on the property, but they are way far away from where people can just drive by and see them. Hey, Trish, welcome in. She says she just got home and she will be lurking. Well, welcome in and you lurk away. So does anybody have any questions on the Suzette Stitch, which is also the Thicket Stitch? If so, I will try to answer it. Oh, thanks, Niecy. She says, new member. This is for you. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that. And for all of those that are members, I do have a new video that I posted today. It is showing my my haul from the Smoky Mountain Spinnery. If you're not a member, you are not going to be left out because that is my What's in the Box Wednesday, or in this case, What's in the Bag Wednesday. So you will be able to see it on Wednesday. That's one of the perks that I give my members. Sometimes I will give y'all a sneak peek of an upcoming video. And then members also have some videos that are made especially for them. Sometimes I do lives for my members, and sometimes I'll post photographs or other little things that are just for the members, just so you get kind of like a little personal touch. Let's see. Chris says she'll always remember that bear guy that got eaten. Whoa, it jumped. Eaten by the bears that he studied for years. Just saying. Yes, they're bears. They're wild animals. They're bears. Trish says snacking on some popcorn for lunch. Sounds yummy. Oh, Noe says there's a bear live cam from Alaska. Really? I didn't know that. I guess I probably should have known that. There's a bald eagle cam where you can watch the bald eagles at Dollywood. I watched and waited for one of the bald eagle eggs to hatch one year. And I think there's some other eagle cams where you can watch, and I'm pretty sure that there is a live feed, or there used to be a live feed at the aquarium. I don't know if it's something that you can watch at the aquarium in Gatlinburg. I don't know if it's something you can watch all the time, or if it's only certain times that they turn it on for the public to watch. I'll have to look into that. All right, we're going to do a couple more rows of this stitch of the Suzette. So it's chain one, turn, and then in every single crochet, with the exception of the very last one, you're going to work a single and a double crochet. So in the first stitch, single and a double, skip the double crochet. So first stitch, skip a stitch, into the next one, single and a double, skip, single, double, all the way across. Let's see here. Noe says right now the mama bears are coming out with their spring cubs. I will have to go find that. That sounds really cool. Niecy says that reminds her of the movie Mom's Night Out, where the mom is hiding in her closet with a box of chocolate or cookies watching the Eagle Cam. You know, that sounds like something I would have done. Carrot says, I like watching the pandas having their babies. Aw, that would be cute too. Niecy is working on the Macy dishcloth right now, but doing it as a spa washcloth. Oh, well, that's cool. I'm going to make some more of the dishcloths like I made last week. Or, whoa, as I pull yarn across the desk. Or I might make it a little bit bigger and make it into kind of like what Niecy's saying, into a spa set so it can be used in the bathroom. Paula, a couple of months ago, I'm going to say this with this. I'm going to say a couple of months ago, a bear broke the garbage hook and the bear had themselves a party with the trash. Oh my goodness. Hey, Sonja. She said, hey, everyone, long days, so resting instead of crocheting. Hey, that is okay. Sometimes you just got to rest. It has been a long week. Like, I have been in bed all week long, like early for me anyway. Niecy said, yeah, her husband finds her in the closet and she's crying and tells him she can't stop watching the live. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know if I've seen that one. I don't remember that one. Mom's Night Out. I'm going to have to write that down. Don't mind my arm. Like, seriously, I'm writing it down. Mom's Night Out. It sounds like something I've seen, but I don't remember that part of it. Okay. Alrighty. Noe says the cam is called Brooks Falls. Okay, we're going to write that down too. That's the bear cam, right? Bear cam. Brooks Falls. I'm going to look that up too because that sounds really cool. Hey, Thrifty. Welcome in. Okay. Remember when I had all the yarn barf with this last time? Well, I never, I just set it over on the corner of the desk and I never untangled it. So I'm doing that as we go because it looks like that. It's still all yarn barfy. Darcia says, be right back. Okie dokie. So back to Miss Suzette Stitch here, or Mr. Back to it. It is a 1-row repeat. Single, double, single, double, single, double. And you can make it as long as you want or as short as you want. You just need a working stitch count. That's an odd number. And you are good to go. You can also work it in the round. I haven't done a project with it in the round in a long time, but when I do it in the round, I generally will slip stitch, chain 1, and turn. I'm guessing that that's probably the only way you can get it to work the texture out just right, I would suppose. But single and a double in the same stitch, and it makes this really great fabric. Little texture. It's not a whole lot of texture, just enough to give it a little character. And it's a fairly solid stitch. I'm coming up out of there. Thrifty says, I know it's been a while. It has been. But yeah, Niecy's talking about making the spa sets. So, Miss Niecy, what all do you add in with your spa sets besides a washcloth? What do you include with them? Because this was pre-pandemic. I had made up some spa sets they were going to have. I only made like a couple because then the pandemic hit, and so all of my craft shows were canceled. But I had, we have a soap place in town where they make handmade soaps. She makes goat milk soap, and I had bought some of her, I don't even remember what they were called, but they're the ones that are raw edged. So they're not quite the right size to cut down to make one of her full-size bars, but yet they're still very usable. Or maybe the pour wasn't exactly right and had an extra air bubble that she didn't want to, so she didn't want to sell them as like that. But again, they still work, and they still smell wonderful. So she sells those at a discount. So I had bought up a bunch of those. And I had bought up quite a few of the tins, the metal tins that they had at Dollar Tree that year. And I put a bar of soap in there and a dish or a washcloth and now I don't remember what else I put in it. I want to say I made like a little hand towel. And I was thinking about doing like a soap sack for that bar of soap, like so you could do a washcloth and then the soap sack. But face scrubby, that was the other thing. Thank you. I knew there was something over. Hey, Jonathan, welcome in. Let me scroll back up here. I'm missing some chat. Paula said, so her husband built a heavy-duty garage door so that the bear won't get in the garage again. Oh, smart. 3G says, this looks like a pretty stitch. It is. It's called the Suzette Stitch. It's super easy. It is a 1-row repeat. If you can do a single crochet and a double crochet, then you can do this stitch. You just need it to be in an odd multiple. Then you do a single and a double in the first stitch. Then you skip a stitch and then work a single and a double. Then you skip a stitch. And then you work a single and a double. And you do that all the way across. And in the very last stitch, instead of working the single and a double, you just work a single. Then you'll chain 1 and turn. And then you repeat. Starting in that first single crochet, you'll work a single and a double all the way across. So you now have 2 left. And in this last stitch, work a single. Chain 1 and turn. And you get this really nice textured fabric. Hello, Miss Suzanne. So Jonathan came in and Miss Suzanne. Okay, so Niecy says she includes 2 face scrubbies, 1 washcloth, and a bar of huckleberry goat milk soap made by Windrift Hill. Did I say that right? Because I had to here we go. I had to separate it out in my brain. I bet that huckleberry goat milk soap smells so good. Let's see. Bridget said she just made a batch of shea butter soap. And now the king will only use the soap she makes. Oh, I bet that smells good too. And I bet that makes her skin so soft. Niecy said the soap is made there in Montana. She does some unscented goat milk soap for those with the allergies. Oh, cool. Paula said she's never tried or heard of goat soap. Oh, you should try it, Paula. If you ever are out at let's see. Okay, so we actually have a lady that opened up a storefront, but she had started out making it at her house. And then there's another lady that still makes it at her house, but she'll show up at the farmer's market and sell it. So you might could find it at a farmer's market, especially at this time of year, when they're all going on. But yeah, it's soap and you make it out of goat's milk. I mean, there are other things too. I think the one that opened up the storefront, she has a honey oat goat's milk soap. Niecy said a soap sack is a great idea. Let's see, Miss Thrifty said she's had lots of family life happen. In June, her mom passed away, and in July, her husband passed. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. She said her dad was in the hospital and rehab during June and July, so lots of emotions for our families. Oh my goodness, that is a lot. I'm so sorry. Everybody keep Miss Rachel and her family in your prayers. That's awful. Karen said, and it's a pretty in the blanket. Talking about the stitch, it is a very nice stitch for a blanket. And y'all, this yarn has got such a pretty sheen to it. I made a shirt with this yarn, and my only complaint about it was, I don't know if y'all can see, like right here, all these little fibers. Probably not, but they come off. And so when you wear it, you get these little fuzzies. I don't know if y'all can. Maybe if I put it down here, right there. You get these little fuzzies that stick to your shirt. Which I didn't think it was. I mean, it didn't look like it was going to have that. I mean, almost like if it was like an Angora, but it's not. But I mean, it's very soft, but it does have the fuzzies. But I do like the way it looks, but it does get pilly. Let's see. Hola, Maritza. Welcome in. Lisa said she uses goat soap all the time, and it's really gentle on your skin. And Zach says he's sorry to hear that to Miss Thrifty. Hello, Samantha. Welcome in. Niecy says, yes, I said it right. Woohoo! And Zach says he needs some unscented because all of the scented stuff makes him itchy. Samantha says, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. She said she is not crocheting tonight. That's okay. Sometimes you just need a little break. Welcome back, Miss Darcia. Everybody is sending their prayers for Miss Rachel. Samantha said, where is Nancy? She is in the chat. She's not feeling well tonight. And I will give the code after a while. Probably around 9:30 is when I give the code. So about 30 minutes, I'll put the code up to drop your link. Paula said, fuzzy balls. Yes! And Zach was answering or letting Samantha know that Miss Nancy is lurking in the chat. And it's almost time for our Jeopardy question. And y'all, I got it right. You know, sometimes the questions I just know are the answer. And other times I guess. Tonight's, I was pretty confident in my answer. And I would have been like, what? If it was wrong. I would have been surprised. But it's just because I know where the place is at. I've never been there, but I know where it is at. And you will understand here in just a minute when I drop the answer. It's one of those things where if you know where it's at, then it's an easy answer. If you don't, then it'll be a guess. Like if you had have in this one, if you had have asked me like where another branch got its start, I wouldn't be able to answer it because I don't know where all of them are located. And I know y'all are like, what is she talking about? And you'll see here in just a minute when I drop the question. You know what? we'll just go ahead and drop it before. How about we drop it before the ads, and then that way y'all can think about it. Let me go over here. Okay, so the category is state stuff. S-T-A-T-E, state stuff. So, the answer is the U.S. Naval Academy was founded in this state. So, like, if you ask me where the Army Academy was founded or whatever, I can't tell you because I don't know. But this one, I actually knew. I knew this one. Samantha said, what was for dinner tonight? Miss Samantha, I have not eaten yet. I was going to eat after my live. And it is probably going to be leftover roast beef. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. And Miss Angel says, please don't be like me and forget to hit the thumb. Aw, thanks, Miss Angel. And Lori says, what is Maryland? And Nancy says, thanks for the reminder, Angel. Zach says, I forgot to hit it too. Shh, don't tell Pam. Chris K says, where's Maryland? Paula says her grandkids are visiting and they're under 9 and lucky I have a RV where they stay with the parents. Darcia says, feel better soon, Nancy. And I will give the keyword to drop your channel link here in a little bit after we finish up the Jeopardy question, probably around 9:30. Okay. I was just off camera. I'm just getting a little more yarn here. So single and a double. Unlike last week where I was given the wrong instructions. But single, double, single, double, single, double. And this, you could probably, I was going to say you might could make like a drying mat, but it may not be thick enough. Like the basket weave made a great drying mat because it's a very, it makes a nice thick fabric and squishy. Paula says the house is like a madhouse. Oh, but isn't it great though to have all the family there? All right, y'all. I'm gonna go through this the stitch one more time in case anybody has missed it. But you chain one and turn, and in the first stitch here, you work a single and a double. Skip the next stitch, which is your double crochet, and then in that single crochet, work a single and a double into the same stitch. Skip a stitch, and the next one, work a single and a double, and that's your repeat all the way across until you get to the very last stitch, and then in that last stitch, you just work a single. Nancy said, I also shared on Facebook. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Karen says, I make the mat with corner to corner too. Oh, yeah, that would. Ooh, you know what you can make with this too? Placemats. That would make a pretty placemat. Paula said her dog Loki is so tired. He's been playing with the kids since Sunday. Aww. But I bet he's having fun visiting too. She said they're going home on Saturday. Everybody's gonna miss him. Loki included. All right, y'all. All right, so now what I'm going to do is Oh, good night, Miss Diane. Niecy said, is it California? We'll wait until we get back from the ads, and then I will give y'all the answer. And I guess since the ads are getting ready to play, I should wait just a second before I start the iris stitch section. I'm trying to decide, and y'all could play around with it. If you're wanting to make this into like a wrap or something, if you want to do another layer of half double crochet here, or if you just want to go straight from the Suzette right into the iris stitch, I think I'm just going to go straight into the iris and see how it goes. Yep, Miss Darcia is in the ads. So I'll wait till about 5 after before I drop the question. And y'all know I'll probably get talking and miss my time, but Nancy's fading, gonna leave us running. So if you fall asleep, that'll be okay. Karen says San Diego. Zach said, whoops, knocked the phone off the charger. Angel says, sweet dreams, Miss Nancy. All right, I think everybody should be back from the ads. Okay, so we are going to chain 1 and turn. And let's see. Yeah. No, you know what? We're going to do chain 3. 2 and 3. Nah, I don't want to do that. Back it up. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Chain 1 and turn. So we're going to go with my original. Okay. So in this one, I'm going to do a stacked double, or you can just do a standard double crochet. So for a stacked double, work a single crochet and then go into the side post or the side legs of that single that you just did. And try not to split the yarn. There you go. And then work another single crochet, and that's going to give you a stacked double. Okay, Darcia is saying Maryland. Samantha says San Francisco, so she's also saying California. Then you're going to skip 2 stitches, and then into this third stitch, work 2 doubles. Chain 1, and then 2 doubles. And then we're going to skip 3, so skip 1, 2, 3, and into that next one, work the iris stitch, which was 2 doubles, chain 1 and 2 doubles. And you can do a small swatch like this to see how the stitches work with each other, to see if you like the way it looks. That's how I came up with the Snow Day blanket. I worked up a little swatch, and I liked how it looked together and came up with the blanket. And Darcia, let's see, Samantha says Florida. Suzanne says Maryland. Samantha, why are you giving so many answers? Is the what state was the U.S. Naval Academy founded in? That is the question. I'm off screen, y'all. I guess I could do this on screen. Some people like to watch yarn barf get untangled. And I don't know it got so tangled. Paula says, I will watch the rest tomorrow. Everyone have a good night. Love and hugs. Oh, good night. Thank you, Miss Paula. Have a good night. Enjoy your company. Alrighty here. Okay, there we go. I think I got a little bit more, I think. Then we're going to skip 3 and into the next one, work the iris stitch again. And you're going to keep working that all the way across, skipping 3 until you get to the very end, in which case then you will skip 2 and end with a double crochet. And then we'll see how these stitches look when combined together. So skip 3. Samantha said, I am just guessing. Okay. Let me scroll up here. Looking at your answers, Miss Samantha. I don't think you have said the correct answer yet, Miss Samantha. Angel said she is going to agree with Marilyn. Why is this yarn so tangly? Okay. Well, I got it down to this little spot right here. So this should, come on. Samantha says, love your channel. Well, thank you, Miss Samantha. Niecy said, oh, I forgot about Marilyn. Samantha says, is it an East Coast or West Coast? I will give you a hint, Miss Samantha. It is East Coast. And the correct answer has been said. And Rudy says 907. Darcy said, I'm guessing I saw a Western about that, but I can't remember which one it was. It was an old Western. Funny looking outfits. Maryland do stick out, and so does Washington. Niecy says, it's definitely Maryland. Rudy says, what is Maryland? Niecy said, Officer and a Gentleman was filmed there. That was a great movie. I haven't seen that movie in ages. And you say that, and the first thing that pops in my head is, love lift us up where we belong. Comes in, swoops her up. She puts his hat on. Erg. Come on, yarn. Where are you hanging up at? Dun, 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 dun. You can see the little fuzzies coming up. Okay. So, usually it doesn't take this long to get the little yarn barfery undone. Usually you give a little tug and it fixes itself. But it's not wanting to do that. Okay. Alrighty. Haha. Okay. This is where it's hanging up. It's hanging up because it's got fuzz on it. Got it on the same side. Yep, there we go. Ta-da! Yay! Okie dokie. Samantha said, how did I come up with my channel name? I came up with my channel name a really long time ago. Originally, it was going to just be BeeCreative, B-E Creative. Somebody already had it. So then I was like, ooh, I can do B-E-E Creative. And Angels, that gave me goosebumps thinking about it. Sandra said, what is Marilyn? That was a great movie, though. Skip 3. I'm almost to the end of this row, and then we're going to see how it's looking. I just had to get all the little yarn barf untangled out of the big old knot. Okay, so I should have 3 stitches left, and I do. So we're going to go over here, and in this last stitch, work a double crochet. And let's see how those look together. Oh, I think that looks good together. And Niecy says, I'm losing the battle. I'm heading to bed. Good night, everyone. And let me do this right quick. So we're going to hide that. For everybody that is listening and not reading chat, again, the answer was, or the category is state stuff. And the answer is the U.S. Naval Academy was founded in this state. And the question is, what is Maryland? So all of those that said Maryland, y'all are correct. It's Maryland. And it is in Annapolis. Karen said, man, when I crochet tubes for toys, my fingers hurt, but I love making them. Doing a ring on a baby. Yeah. Sandra said, I forgot to give it as a question. Brain fart. That's okay. But this would give a little airiness to, so I think this would look really pretty as a wrap. It would give a little airiness and a little flowiness to the to that stitch. I think that would be really pretty, especially if you took it, if you wanted to end with that, just to give a little bit of, like a little bit of a scalloped edge. If you wanted that to be the bottom. Darcia said, I'll have to look that up. With what, that movie? Hey, Connie, welcome in. And Chris K says, oh, miss you, Angel. You okay? Lori says, I knew that right away. I'm a college specialist in a high school, so I have to know about that sort of thing. Yes, that would be handy dandy info to have for college or for high schoolers going into college. I'm going to go ahead and do another row of the iris stitch. I'm going to start it out with a stacked double. You can also do a chain 3. And then for the iris stitch, you work in the chain 1 spaces going forward. It is also a 1 row repeat once you get it going. Angel said, I'm doing good. Just been busy with the new puppy. How is your sweet new puppy doing? This Angel got a cute little puppy dog. Well, she's not really a puppy, but she's got a new doggie. Garcia said, I think Glenn Ford played in that movie. I don't know about Glenn Ford, but I know, oh, I can see his face. Hold on a second. Richard Gere. Wasn't it Richard Gere? Didn't he play the main dude? We're talking about Officer and a Gentleman. Pretty sure that is who, pretty sure it was him when he was younger. It's like one of his first movies. It was a good movie. Good movie. Nancy said, yep, Richard Gere. All right, y'all. Almost done with this little section here, and then we'll take another look-see at it. But once you know all of the stitch counts for your stitches, and it doesn't have to be all of the stitch counts, just the stitch counts for the stitches that you like, you can adjust your projects so that they will work. Like say for example, if this one was going to be one more or one less, then you can adjust by doing two together or adding an extra stitch to make your stitch count work, just like we're doing with the blanket. Now that being said, going into August, the stitch count is going to remain the same. So all you have to do is do your 2 rows of single crochet if you're following along and doing the blanket. And then you're ready for August. I think that would be really pretty together as a wrap. Or you could even do it as a like a shirt or a vest and do the solid part up top and then go into this for around the waist. And then if you wanted, you could go through and add some fringe. That would be cute. That would be really cute. Let's see. Scrolling back up. Angel says she is doing good, talking about the doggy. She just needs to work with her, not to grab her arms. I'm bruised up. My dog does the same thing. Luckily, he doesn't grab hard. He's very gentle. But I had to make sure when we were gone on vacation to my niece's wedding, my ex-brother-in-law came by, and I was like, now he will try to grab your arm, but he's not trying to bite you. He just likes to do that. But he doesn't bite. Karen said, hot. LOL. Are you talking about Richard Gere in that movie? Mm-hmm. If not, he was. He is. Hello. Yes, ma'am. Diane says, yes. Richard Gere heart. Yes. Sandra said, love that. I know. That's looking really cute. You could even do... Okay, so you could even do like a little handbag and then do this part as the like solid stitch for the pouch part, and then that could be like hanging down below. Or you could use that, put like a button on a solid part, and then that could be the top. So many options of what you could do with that. Samantha says, are you tired tonight? A little bit, Miss Samantha. I've been kind of tired all week. Trying to get caught up on sleep. Okay, so let me take down that banner. We'll go ahead and let everyone drop your channel link if you want to. The word tonight is be respectful, all one word. Please only drop your channel link one time during the live, and our friends can go check out your channel and subscribe if they like the content that they're seeing. Again, that word is be respectful, all one word. Let's see here. Let me scroll back up. Miss Samantha said she has to finish a baby blanket by August 17th. Well, I hope you can get it done. Just work a little bit on it each day. Darcia said she was talking about the movie about the Naval Academy. It was a real... Oh, I got you. It was an old movie before we were all born. Okay. Chris K says my granddaughter would love that as a shirt. Oh, you know what? She would. She does like the pink. I don't know if y'all can see though, like on my shirt here, it is like, I don't know how well that's picking it up. Look at all these little fibers from the yarn. It is very, very soft though. I don't know if there's anything that you could do to like make it not do that. I mean, I just want to show y'all how this yarn does. That's all. I mean, just, can you see it? That's just from rubbing your hand across it. And I don't know if after it gets washed and dried a few times, now like I made a mesh style shirt to wear over tank tops for the summertime. And I don't know, I mean, it's been washed several times and it's kind of peely, but I don't know what would make it, if it will stop doing that or if it's just the type of fibers that are made up in this. I don't know. And Samantha says, can everyone pray for her cough? Sure. Yep, and Miss Samantha, you left out a T. And Miss Sandra says to Samantha, she prays you get better soon. And there is Mr. Nightbot dropping Miss Samantha's channel. Angel says, I would sneeze like crazy with that yarn, but I love the stitch pattern. It is really pretty. And I was going to use this other, I was seeing how it looked because I think I'm going to use, well, I thought I had it laying right here. What did I do with it? Well, I've got some other yarn. I think I'm going to use that speckled yarn that I got from Red Heart. Well, that I got from Walmart, but that's that Red Heart. I thought it was laying here. Oh, I bet I shoved it in a drawer. I bet I did. The one that's called Bubble Gum. I'm thinking I may use that. I don't know what I've done with it. Tiny, what I do with it, little dude? Oh, well. I don't know what I did with it. It's around here somewhere. But I'm thinking that's what I'm going to use. Because I have 4 of them. And I'm thinking I could use this stitch. But I was thinking that would make a cute little blanket. But now I'm thinking that this right here might work up. I don't know. It would make a pretty wrap though. But I just don't like the fuzzies with this yarn. Let's see here. Samantha says, do I have water with me? I do not have any water with me, but I have a little bit of Dr. Pepper. Karen is going to Dollar Tree tomorrow to see. Wait, I need more of their special yarn. Which yarn? The speckledy yarn? Which yarn? Let us know. Because I wonder. Which yarn are you going to get? But yeah, this yarn is floofy on top of Tiny's floofiness. But it does look pretty together. And look, it looks like little hearts when you hold it up like that. Do y'all see the little hearts? The little openings looking like hearts right here? Samantha, I haven't had dinner yet. I'm going to have leftovers here in just a few minutes. Darcy says, maybe when you finish working it, it'll wash up. See, will it still fuzz? The one that I made for myself does. The shirt, I've only worn it a couple of times, but I've washed it a couple of times too, but it's still getting fuzzy, but I don't know. And it does do the little, I feel like I'm doing this all the time when I wear it. But I wonder what would make it stop doing that. Unless it won't stop doing that. I don't know. Thanks, Lisa. She said, I like the swatch. And I'm thinking, but I wanted to see how they worked up together. I was thinking about this at work today, what I could work on tonight. I was thinking, I bet those would look really pretty together. Samantha says, am I going to go live for 2 hours? Probably not tonight because I've already finished up my project. So I'm probably getting ready to end here in just a few minutes. So if anybody else is live, or if you know of anybody else that's live, or if you want to go live, let us know. And we can do a raid over to another channel. Karen says wool light wash. I could try that. That would work. Has anybody worked with this yarn? This is what I'm using. It's the Stitch 101. And it's the one that's 50-50. They have one that's 100% acetate. I think the 100% acetate is what I used for my shirt. And it's in like a off-white color. So I thought maybe it was just that. But if this is 50% acetate, 50% modal. So it's it's very, very soft. So I don't know. It's very soft. I wish it wasn't so floofy. The floofiness is, yeah. Samantha says, could we run her playlist? Let people go over and check out your channel, and if they like what they see, I'm sure they'll be happy to run your playlist for you. Darcia said, yeah, it's the fiber. I know. I just didn't think it, I don't know. I guess it's because I've never used this yarn other than making that shirt. And I bought it when it was on clearance because it's so soft. And I was hoping that it would work up really nice for like baby clothes. But I wouldn't want to put a baby in something that's going to get all floofy. Y'all know what I mean? So I was going to make baby girl something with it, but I don't want to make her a dress or a shirt that's going to be like just constantly getting floofies on her. You know? But that's why I was thinking I would do it to make a blanket, but even doing it as a blanket, it's got floofies. So I don't know what you could use this yarn for without having to worry about all the floof. Maybe a wall hanging. Maybe you could use it like in a mosaic project that you're going to hang on the wall. That would probably work. Where it wouldn't get a lot of, wouldn't be handled a lot. Because when it's just laying there flat, it's not just automatically floofing. So you could probably either that or like a graphigan style, like a graph wall hanging. Sandra says to Samantha she will try and run the playlist tonight. Samantha had a play date with Miss Cynthia tonight. Oh, that's fun. Fun. Yeah, so that would probably work. And I have several more colors of this. So I might make baby girl like a wall hanging. Just something like, maybe make like a, I think I've got like a Tilly color of this. And I did have blue if I didn't put it in a giveaway. And I put it in a giveaway before I knew that it was all floofy like. But I could do green at the bottom and then do like a pink bunny rabbit or something. And then do like the other part of it in blue. Let's see. Darcia said that type of fiber will get in the eyes, nose, mouth. Yes. It's like, now that I'm sitting like here holding it up and I brushed all of it off, it's like floating in the air. Chris says maybe a toy hammock. That would work. I wonder, because if I did like a toy hammock, I might could spray like some spray starch on it, and maybe that would like calm the fibers down. Sandra said she hasn't tried this yarn yet. Whoop, Darcy is in the ads. But yeah, I think it would need to be something that doesn't get handled a lot, because it is very fibrous and they're floating in the air, and I keep picking it up, but it's very soft. It's a very soft yarn. Y'all know how like if you have like an Angora sweater, and that Angora, the little Angora floofs off from the and it just gets in the, it gets on everything. It sticks to your, like I used to have an Angora sweater and I would wear like a turtleneck or something under it, and then when I would take that off, there would just be Angora fur everywhere. It's kind of like that, but this doesn't have fur in it. No fur. It's no fur. So I don't know. I do not know. But Karen says you might have just got a bad one. Well, the white one was the same too. All right, y'all. Let's see here. I've got a pop-up. Let's see here. Would if I could. Mr. John C. is doing a pop-up with a quick auction update. So if y'all want to head over to Mr. Would If I Could John C. He just went live. Let me see if anybody else is live right quick. Let me refresh this here before I tell. What is my phone doing? Okay, let's try this again. And I did get a notification before I went live tonight that YouTube was having some issues, and there were a lot of people that were experiencing outages. YouTube was down for a lot of people. So, okay, let's see. Looks like maybe Yarnworks and Crafts by Lydia might be live. If my phone updated correctly. All right. Those are the only two that are popping up, but there may be more. Chris K says that's probably why it was discontinued. That's what I'm going to guess as well. Let me go over here. Whew. Let me go over here and grab Mr. John's channel link for his little live here. Give me just a second. Maybe. I'm going to head over. You can copy right here. It's Mr. John C. with Would If I Could. And there is the link for his live if y'all would like to do a raid over there. Alrighty. Well, thanks y'all so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. And let me go over here right quick. This is for everybody that has been here chatting tonight, everybody that is catching the replay, everybody that has been lurking. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching and supporting my channel. Without y'all, I would just be sitting here talking to myself. So I really do appreciate y'all coming each week and catching the replay and chatting. I appreciate it so very much. And this is for all of y'all. All right, y'all. Until next week, I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. Remember, be creative. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.